But yeah, like this is one of the ones that I'm most interested in, and also Gilhue versus Cloudy. I do
Should be fun.
think there's a lot of potential in that set. Very hard to choose Cloudy, very hard to go for those setups, but as we did see, that if you get Careless versus Scurvy,
Yes.
you are going to get a lot of percent. But if you know how to avoid the setups, as such as Swain did, even though, of course, it's not guaranteed that you are going to avoid every single punish, like, still, it could be very, very daunting here for the player to actually get those punishes. But we are going to have to talk about that a little later, my man Zerg, because this is already going, and it is the Swordy Chrom.
Yeah.
It's making a show here.
No fear from. Oh, you gotta be extremely careful because you don't. No fear from Nair. I was gonna say you really don't want to get clipped by a Palutena here, especially by the ledge. Yeah, you might get the counter, but the perfect recovery there from Nair, not allowing Chag to capitalize from that counter just yet. However, you need to keep in mind that those dash attacks are definitely going to break through the Falcon for sure. The counter that doesn't get punished as hard as it could have been, but still a good attack here could be enough if it's close enough to the ledge. But those drag downs are absolutely deadly, and Chag knows this because of his extends bracket knowledge that he gets every single time he goes around the world in tournaments of the highest caliber.
I mean, that just looks so clean, right? Like that that is what Chag brings to the table.
Right.
Like, he is definitely a very clean player, very execution heavy. He is trying to optimize his character, and once he realized, yeah, you know what, Palutena might be the way to go, he started grinding for those nice setups here. Yeah, if he would have got that counter, that could have been trouble for Nair, but still, he managed to get the stock. Not that much difference between both of those guys, so he still has a fighting chance. Of course, like, I've heard a lot of Palutena players complain about the Roy matchup, so if there is a character that's similar to him, it is definitely Chrom. However, those recoveries are going to be very tough, and I don't think he can make it back here, especially not after that counter. Chag very aware of what he has to do to actually put this character in the dirt.
Yeah, no, he knows, and it's not that hard also to just understand that you just need to get him off stage. You just need to burn the jump. Oh, trying to either get the hitbox or the winbox. Both of them are extremely helpful in this scenario because Chrom really cannot do well when it comes to horizontal recoveries. And of course, a lot of people know this. Chag specifically knows this. Opts for a very hard-hitting forward smash, not able to get the stock just yet. And Nair really struggling here because he's around half of what this last stock will provide, especially when you consider his rating Chag, and he needs to take this stock immediately. And I don't think it's impossible. He just needs a really good read. And I don't think Chag is one person to fall for habits that easily.
Yeah, no, for sure. Here, the struggle is real. So far for Nair, finally getting that forward tilt, just baiting the patience. I love the ever so slight walk backwards. However, he's gonna get his jump red, and his stock deleted out of this first game of winners finals. Nair falling on that first one. Chag step closer. Dark Chag. Look at that. This man looked like a Sith, like straight up from George Lucas's imagination or something. Like, he is trying to execute some stuff.
Order 66.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe a different number, man, but
no.
but still, like, the results are effective so far. That's all I'm trying to say. There's not as many kids in this playground, you know.
That's true, especially at this time of the night. Like, we're all adults here. We know what we meant, but look at him go. Just Chag trying on the aggressive playstyle, just punishing every single attempt of Nair's recovery. This could be a very clean stock. However, he's still not letting the Chrom user at this point recover safely. It is Nair's opportunity to get something started there as the taxiway leaves. Chag is not going to make it any easier. This could be the stock if he gets it. Yes, with the reverse down smash. Beautiful.
Bro, he's so clean. he's so clean with it. Like, he just knows, and he has those setups labbed up and ready to go. Like, this is not his first rodeo versus Chrom, and he almost got that stock. He actually did get the read, but just not the right spacing on that air dodge, as he knew that was the most likely option for Nair to pick. And those recovers as well. Like, Nair can just not get anything going here. And I'm not sure if he is even going to try for a different character. Not even 50% on Chag, and almost all his stocks deleted. He actually got that read as well. Chag is just playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, he's playing extremely patient. He's conditioning everything. He's waiting. He's on reaction, punishing every single thing. No way. Oh, he almost got the Chrom there. Estás loco. Chag, cálmate. Estás demente, because every time you go in to try to get something, it just works out, and that's absolutely scary. It makes you think, as you mentioned, if Nair is going to attempt to bring another character, because Chrom is getting red to the moon and back every single time, though. Dude, that platform 100% saved Nair there, but there's just no hope. Execution of the order 60-something is on its way.
Yeah, this was the elimination target. It was just one kid this time around, and he was Nair. Though that was a brutal way to execute that. I will tell that much. 3 stock, not even 100% on Chag's name right there. And still, Nair gonna be going for the Chrom, same stage as well. So yeah, like, it's just all about the adaptation, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Just the way that Chag was playing. I mean, he was all over this man,
and still is.
He still is. So yeah, like, things are not looking that much better for Nair. I just gotta be honest.
Yeah, no, it's really hard at this point, because we know that Nair is actually really good with this character. Surprisingly good, I would dare say. But he's still struggling when it comes to, like, first of all, frame data, right? Because Palutena is just obliterating Chrom when it comes to those juggles, when it comes to disadvantage, and it's just really good for the Goddess of Light to just go in, get a hitbox out, and it might just work, you know, and so far it has. So I think it's just making Nair to be a little bit more reliant on hard reads. And again, on Chag, it's absolutely hard to do that, because he's unpredictable. He's always on the move, and it's really hard to catch him the same way that Chrom benefits from this kind of.
Yeah, if there's anything that Chag is definitely take pride in. Oh my god, Chag, what are you doing? I was praising his neutral, but let's talk about his punish game as well. And he's getting those next level rates. All right, just take a chill pill for a second. Nair not falling for those anymore this time around. It's still, though, the fair. And Chag seems to be all over the stage. There's just not a place where he is not. And he almost gets that heal to actually kill. And but the backer will, though, and it didn't matter which part of the stage he was that percent. I'm pretty sure he would have lost that stock. Even going for those baits, Chag is just playing out of his mind, and he doesn't seem to want to stop, even though he gets a little overzealous with a couple of punishes.
Yeah,
like just going to trying to go for that extra read. Like, still is working wonders for him, and Nair so far has not been able to stop the boot.
Yeah, despite that, Nair's doing a phenomenal job at not losing huge advantage, at least not yet, right? Like, he's avoiding the combos as well. He's still preserving his second stock. He finally gets the first one from the Palutena main, and it's just looking good at so far. But the problem begins as soon as Chag gains advantage, right? He's not letting go of Chrom. He's not letting go of Nair every single time he gets an opportunity. He just goes in, and goes in hard. That's the thing. Now, the good thing about Nair is that he's very carefully and methodically approaching, which allows him to try to get some of these hard reads, and he needs to get these. He needs to get the conditioning done in order to get the stocks, and good advantage here for the first time in the set for Nair, but it could change in a matter of seconds. It all depends on how if Chag allows it.
Yeah, for like that is pretty much the question here. Is Chag going to avoid those kill setups forever, those hard reads as well, as you were saying. And the tech, again, second time goes in, like perhaps third time will be the charm, but still they're not getting that third option just yet. Both of them dancing in the air, just whenever the shields present themselves, like they are just going for those aerial approaches. And oh my god, Chag just getting tricky with it again. Even though it's not the most impressive thing, right? Like when you see a guy like him do stuff like this, it still is. And here, Nair perhaps on his last winner's stock. If Chag has something to say about it, though, if he can put that final nail in the coffin, or if El Nino, if Nair is going to be able to bring it back. But this is all Chag, what was looking doable now. It's turning very rough at this last part of the game.
The sharking is just insane from Chag. Like, he's just waiting every time the platforms are there. It poses a threat for the Chrom user at this point because he's really not being able to land, and that's the hard part. Against Chrom, like, yeah, you got a good sword, you got the Falcon, but against Palutena, which has a lot of projectiles, has a lot of really good mobility options, it's still really hard. Again, depending on these reads, he goes at it, gets the grab, he's still on the chase down, but he needs to get a good confirm. His damage is actually pretty good, but until he gets the finishing blow, he's not going to get a ghost for the read and gets punished in return. That's so heartbreaking because he had the right mindset and he could have gotten that game 3, but Chag was just on a whole different level. The whole Sith power, the power of darkness, allowing Chag to simply avoid that read.
Power of darkness and the Hatsune Miku pants,
the
right?
pants,
like, yeah. You can see him not looking like an evil lord quite there with that smile after the set. And Chag knows, like, if he had rolled in, he probably would have lost that game. And that was... Sometimes that is all you need, right? As a player to be able to bring it back. We've seen those reverse 3-0s happen time and time again. And the Mexican players are, of course, no strangers to that. But